Zito Green.
That was good with y'all kids, man. Nah, it was good. Yo, follow, like, subscribe, first of all, before you do anything. But yeah. I've been just doing these stories. It's gonna be like little inserts about my life, no in particular order. And one of the persons that watched one of my videos, they said that they would like to hear a jail story. All right, cool. I'm from New York City, and I've been to jail before, and I'm older, and I wish I'd never even been in that situation, and I wish I would have lived my life differently. And if you're listening out there, jail is not a good place to be at. When you're there, you out of sight, out of mind. So your so-called friends, they out in the streets still running around. You don't get no letters, really. You know what I'm saying? Me, I didn't get no fucking letters. I'm saying I just used to call my girl at the time and my moms and shit. And in Rikers Island, the phone is everything on that shit. Like, motherfuckers done lost their lives over the phone in Rikers Island, I'm sure. I don't know any stories personally, but when I was there, motherfuckers would be ready to put it all on the line over the fucking phone. You would have one phone. Rikers Island is segregated, first of all, to let you know. Just like any other jail, you got the Spanish gangs, black gangs, whatever. The times when I was there, it was the Latin Kings was there. They had shit on the smash. And there was a gang that was being formed at that time. It was called the Nietas. And Nietas, you didn't have to be Puerto Rican only. Because the Latin Kings, you could just be Puerto Rican and shit. If you wasn't Puerto Rican, you couldn't be in Latin Kings. Just put it like that. So the time when I went there, this one particular time, I had a fucking $1 bill. Now, how do you get a $1 bill? I was on the run for like 2 warrants. Then I got locked up on some bullshit that I would have probably just got released from court, being that I had the other 2 cases. They gave me a $1 bill for that particular case, for that new arrest. And I had to go back and forth to court from Rikers Island to handle the other 2 cases. So altogether, I got 3 cases running wild. I'm probably like 19 years old, 20 years old. So I'm on Rikers Island. They put me in a drug program, a drug program dorm at that. So in this dorm, you would be living in this dorm under the conditions that you would apply to the program. So in the program, they would have meetings and all that shit, type of shit like that. So basically the meetings and shit, the drug program meetings was held by, I guess you could say, like the crew that ran the dorm. It was like a 5%er. It was a Latin King. It was a Nieta. It was a Muslim, and I don't think it was nobody representing for the neutral people and shit like that. They don't be no representative for that sometimes. But so I guess they was at confrontation or whatever. So confrontation is some shit where you sit there and you tell a person what they doing wrong and shit, like, and you get to check them right there on the spot, and they can't say nothing. So they had pulled up one of the Latin King leaders and shit and put that nigga up there on the spot. And fam was just going in on him like, yo, every time it's meeting, you doing this and that. You back there talking to your brothers, and this and that and the third, and you keep going in on them. So the dude is just sitting there just listening to him and shit. So after the meeting was over and shit, they called recreation. I mean, whoever was going out on rec, they went out. I ain't go out on recreation and shit. I ain't go that day. I don't even think I really was even going to rec. But they went to recreation and shit. Yo, that shit was over in 5 minutes. Yo, you see the nigga who was in the drug program doing all that beefing? Yo, this nigga come back in the dorm holding his motherfucking head and shit. This nigga head wrapped up. This nigga go lay down and shit. Yo, niggas done, as soon as the rec was called, that nigga, as soon as he stepped on the fucking recreation dorm, yo, niggas done clipped his stupid ass. Word. That shit was, I guess that shit showed me all that talking shit, even if it's a drug program, don't be running your fucking mouth to nobody, bro. If you ain't going just two-piece of, that should be your language, nigga, two-piece, especially you in jail. You ain't got no time to be running your mouth, hooting and hollering and all that shit, like, bro, that shit was one incident and shit. This other incident and shit, I was in another time, I was in the 6th building and shit, in the C-76, you get sentenced. This is where you sentenced at. So I had a year. I had to do 8 months out the year. Out the 12 months, I had to do 8 months. So I'm fresh in there. This is my first time doing a bid. You know, so the older dudes used to look out. I ain't gonna lie. When I got to jail, this is when I learned what it is to do to look out for somebody. Because I think before that, I was just moving like a nomad. Like, I ain't give a fuck about nobody. If you ain't clearly do nothing for me, I ain't doing shit for you. You know what I'm saying? So, when I came in, you know, when I came in the dorm and shit, dudes was looking out like, yo, shorty, yo, you good? Yo, you all right? You need a pair of socks or something? You need this, you need that? Yo, you need, whatever you need, yo, just let me know. You want a cigarette or whatever? You know what I mean? I used to take them shits, be like, bro, like, need a cigarette. I ain't even smoke cigarettes, but I started smoking them shits when I was in that motherfucker. But it was this dude and shit. He was like the leader of the Neta gang and shit like that. So this dude had pull and shit. Like at nighttime, come time to turn lights out and shit, this nigga used to make one announcement. He used to be like, "Suétalo." Yo, that shit, you can hear a pin drop after that shit. When that nigga say that shit, motherfuckers is not talking, bro, for the rest of the night. I swear to God, and niggas ain't even dare go against that nigga. He was a skinny, tall Puerto Rican dude and shit. These niggas ain't dare test that kid. I don't know what he did. I don't know what he did before that, but he had pull and respect like that. When he said that shit, the whole dorm was quiet. Niggas ain't make no noise the whole fucking night. So this one particular day and shit, we used to do GI, like Saturday morning and shit, everybody go, I'm saying everybody had to get up out their bed and shit and clean up and all that. Make your bed up. Niggas take turns doing the bathroom, whatever case may be. So this particular morning and shit, they called GI. So I was like, man, I'm not getting up, man. Fuck these niggas. I'm saying, I'm like 19 years old. I was on my rebellious shit. I'm like, man, I'm not getting up, man. Fuck these niggas. Fuck these old niggas, man. Let them old niggas clean this shit up. I ain't cleaning no fucking jail bathroom. So I'm sleeping shit. And there was a couple of other niggas sleep. I guess they felt the same way I felt. Yo, that nigga woke up and was like, yo, B, the nigga took both the fucking phones off the hook and was like, yo, if niggas, he made an announcement and shit like, yo, motherfuckers ain't helping clean up this dorm, these motherfucking phones ain't going up. And so motherfuckers started cleaning up and shit. So nigga made another announcement and shit. Nigga was like, yo, that's my fucking word. Yo, these phones ain't going back on till 5 o'clock. And the only person who could get on these phones is Shorty. Because he got a job and he work every day. And I'm sitting in there looking there like, what? Yo, the motherfucker let the phones open for me. I ain't in no gang or nothing. I'm fresh in the jail. Fresh to jail. Fam basically just opened the phones for me and shit, and I was on the phone rocking the whole fucking day. This when phones was like, nah, you had to pay from out your account and shit. But yeah, I was rocking on the phone and shit all day and shit. These cars behind me and shit, I'm about to break out. Story time is over, man. I'll holler back at y'all, man.